Okay. Okay. Oh my god, Oh. Well, that's a failure. I thought I could get away with my webcam audio, but nope. Let's hope I don't be in the camera. Can't deal with that. Jeez, wait, that is bad microphone. I'll be able to say so myself. Oh, gosh. There we go. Yay! We have good microphone. Yay! We have good microphone. Oh god, that is way loud. Yay! We have good microphone. Oh god, that is way loud. Yay! We have good microphone. Oh god, that is way loud. Yay! We have good microphone. Oh god, that is way loud. Yay! We have good microphone. Oh god, that is way loud. Yay! Okay. What should I do? I got a stream deck. You know what? Fine. Let's prep VR. Prep virtual reality craft. Add sign in. Moop. Cancel. Sign in another way. Use passcode. Oh wow. There we go. Yay. I'm gonna do here 1.21 fabric Vive craft immersive MCU, and if Windows won't get mad, I can do shaders, but I'm not sure. Shaders, BSL. BSL is a good one. I like BSL launch. Okay. Oh, it's an infinity loop. That's what it was doing. McDonald. McDonald. McDonald.
Press enter to enable the narrator. Okay. Ooh, this is running good. page. Delete you. Go to page 1 and make it. Go to page 8 and make that. Hotkey. Open. We want to do hotkey. No, it's in here. Hotkey. Made you. Set the background. Set you. Open. Home. Make it home. And set background. Image. Heck no. Set file. Yes. And now hotkey. I could do F5. Actions. I don't know. 5. Now if I go in here. Hi chicken. Hi bud. Okay, let's get some sheep. Okay, let's get some sheep. my cursor? Oop, oop, oop. 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 Yoopity yoop yoop. What the? Yoopity yoop. Yoopity yoop, what do we do? Okay, there we go. I don't know how, but I can see a lot. Wow, strange. Just sees blank. Woohoo! Time to get some wood. Meow. I'm paranoid, so I wouldn't be in bad way for long. There's my base. Okay. Let's just hope for the best. Okay, so we want Meta
MetaQuest Link is a PC app that enables you to connect your MetaQuest headset with a Windows computer to use more immersive and powerful PC VR apps on MetaQuest. In this video, we'll cover what you'll need to successfully connect to use a PC VR app using the Link feature, how to connect to Link using a USB-C cable, and how to connect over a Wi-Fi connection. Before we begin, make sure you have everything you need to connect to MetaQuest Link, the MetaQuest Link app installed on your computer.
Mommy, I farted. The night we fart the moon. Tonight we fart the moon. The moon. Tonight we fart the moon. Tonight we fart the moon. A man lost 20 pounds in 9 hours, and it ruined his life. In this video, okay, what happened to Brink? What happened?
App on base 44. Describe it. And it's real. One thought leads to more thoughts.
Good morning, folks. I come to you today from the very cold and very covered in plastic studio. It's like 6 in the morning. I'm up pretty early because today was supposed to be the day that they came in, the heating and cooling people came in and put in a mini split in the studio. Because I had a heating setup in here, heating and cooling. It was this portable AC unit thing that could do, you know, heating and cooling because it was like a fancy inverter thing or something. But it was great and it was keeping the space pretty warm for a while. And then I found out that it doesn't work down to 40 degrees or less. So if outside is 40 degrees or less, it cannot heat in here. Hence the need for another heating solution. In between then and now, I used these little just ceramic blower heater, whatever things. Just basic resistive heaters that just get the job done for now. Those were up for like a week or two, but they've been put away and everything has been covered in plastic so that the heating and cooling guys could come and put in the mini split, and it was gonna make a huge mess. They're gonna kind of have to cut a whole big hole in the drywall over there. And I didn't want to have to deal with vacuuming every single tiny little crevice on every single tiny little thing that I own. But alas, subscribers and other people who are watching this for some reason, hopefully my crash out here will earn the sub. Folks, they're not coming today. They called me. 2 of their people were out with the flu. And I asked him if they would be able to reschedule for later today, and he said no. And then I asked if he knew what time they would be able to reschedule, and he said, I don't know. So, this sucks. And I just wanted to make this video talking about how much everything kind of sucks. If you haven't noticed, the gap between uploads has been getting longer and longer. I managed to get that Christmas video out by the skin of my teeth. I think I put in like 3 14-hour days at the end there to just get that one out. It's all just the editing. Oh, it's all just the editing. And you know what? One thing that's looking up for 2026 is I have hired an editor. God, is that overdue. Oh, the editing, it just takes... Even on the second channel videos that are not so edited, it just takes so long. On a main channel video, my editing to like filming and doing actual stuff ratio is crazy. Like typically I will film the video. If it's like a more basic video where I've just got some weird computer on the table and I'm just gaming on it or whatever, then those videos probably take 3, maybe 4 days to film, and then editing after that is like the rest of the month. It just takes so long. And I get it, because it's like that's where the magic happens. I mean, half the time I go to sit down at the workstation to record a video, it feels like in the moment that I'm recording that I'm like, oh, this is the worst video I've ever made. But like, it's not. It just feels like that. I don't know. Like, imagine just watching one of my videos and then it's like you leave in all of the like awkward space and like weird breathing and stuff. And then I'm like repeating a joke like 4 or 5 times because I'm trying to get the timing like just right. Like, it's a bad vibe. It just doesn't feel good. And add on to the fact that like I can't even like listen to music or anything while I'm filming, because obviously that would come through in the footage. It's all live. I don't like dub over the videos or anything. Somebody thought I dubbed over the videos. That was really weird. What was I even talking about? Time, I guess. Dr. Freeman. So the Gaming Without a Cooler video came out on August 28th. Then the receipt printer video came out on November 26th. That was a 3-month gap. And that gap was taken up almost entirely by renovations happening at this here new studio. I showed you guys a little bit of it at the ending of some video, I don't remember. And then I think I showed a little bit of it in another second channel video. But this place that we moved into, place that we bought, luckily, like, I still don't even understand how it all is possible. But this place that we bought for making videos here, it's a garage downstairs and then the studio space here upstairs. And it was not move-in ready. Not at all. In fact, for a time there, I was editing entirely in the bedroom in the house. I just needed somewhere to set up my computer and to edit. I think it was the Nugget drag race. Well, actually, there was a few videos I edited in there. Jeez, okay, yeah, so the prototype Steam Deck video, the Great Nugget drag race, I Hate Mainstream Technology, Gaming Without a Cooler. Those were all edited in a bedroom. And I know how like the old studio was like a bedroom, but that was like dedicated to that. This was just like, I just need my computer to exist somewhere so I can use it. And that's why there was such a big gap there near the end, because I imploded.
Did you know you can AFK Bloods and Zaya whilst learning to code in Python? Go to boot.dev.
I could not do it. In that entire time, during all of those videos, except the prototype Steam Deck video, I filmed that video at the old house. Everything else was shot and edited here, especially the Nugget drag race. You'll notice that that is filmed in just the most bizarre of locations. And then the one where I drilled all the holes into the CPU cooler, that was literally just filmed in the backyard under a gazebo, like a little $70 one from Walmart, because I just needed somewhere to film. I couldn't film that in the garage because it was being worked on. Couldn't film that in studio because it was being worked on. I literally had nowhere else to film but outside. And it's like when you're working with those kind of constraints, editing in the corner of a bedroom and filming outside in the heat, trying to make sure things don't get super destroyed by the sun, trying to make sure I don't get destroyed by the sun. The camera was overheating like every 20 minutes. You just can't. You can't do that forever. I mean, maybe some people can. There are some crazy people on this platform that can just do stuff and just raw dog the worst of it, but that is not me. It just kind of drove me to just put my hands in the air. Like, I just don't care. Well, I actually do care quite a bit. That's been the hardest part. I was just like, okay, if I can't make videos in a way that is conducive to like the creative process, I'm just not going to. Just not going to. So then I waited it out. That was that 3-month gap. I was like, I need the rest of these renovations to finish before I attempt to do anything. And to be honest, it was more like 1 month of waiting. And then once everything was finally squared away up in here, then it was like another month of kind of moving things in, you know, the desk, the workbench, just everything. There's so much. We had to buy a lot of new furniture for in the studio too, because like it was so cramped at the old one and the organizational system was terrible. I had to redo all the networking stuff. We had to get all the nice Ubiquiti stuff set up. I ran a lot of Ethernet cabling. We even had to run a LC fiber cable between this studio and the house so I could get internet out here because I'm not paying for a second internet plan. No, fuck you, Xfinity. We already made a video about that. And then the third month was recording the receipt printer gaming video and then editing that and getting it out. But it's just like time. I have none. I have none. I have attempted from learning from other YouTubers of the time that I grew up watching, you know, like Matt Pat, Doug. Right now, this is happening for him. They're just toast. They're like, I have spent way too much of my time neglecting personal time, neglecting personal health, neglecting time with family, friends, all of that to make this stupid video machine work. And I'm not saying that I'm at that point, obviously not. We got a lot more work to do here, folks. I'm not setting this whole studio up to make like one video and then call it quits. What I'm saying is that I have grown up watching other YouTubers completely burn themselves out and then just give up one day. And I've tried to learn from that. I've tried to be part of the next generation of YouTubers that doesn't do that. So I've actually made it a huge priority over the last, specifically like this last year most, but even the last couple years, I've been trying to make sure that I do take weekends and that I am not working up until midnight and then getting up again at the crack of dawn to keep going every single day. Some people do that. I wish I could do that. But again, right, like I've got my fiance. I've got all of our cats. We have 4 cats now. This is stupid. I've got a pretty big immediate family. Some family members are starting to age out. We're having to take care of them more often now. I've got so much other personal stuff going on. We've got this whole entire crazy house that just needs so much work. And I know I'm like, woe is me. I got to buy a house. Heaven forbid I have to put a little bit of time and money into it. But like, okay, guys, let me lay this out for you. I don't even know why I'm stressing about explaining myself right now because I know it's just gonna be a vocal minority that's just gonna throw a pissy fit. I know a lot of you guys understand and I immensely appreciate that. The last thing I need is more people getting up my ass about the most stressful shit in my life. Like I didn't come from fucking anything, guys. This is, I am living my wildest dream right now, and I understand that 100%. Like, we were not in a great place when I started the channel. My leg was entirely broken from a car accident. I was out of work. My fiance was working full-time, luckily, but like, we were net negative on, you know, like income every month. Because God knows one full-time income of almost anything is not enough to really make it up here in the great Pacific Northwest.
With Bold Desk, effortlessly manage customer inquiries, provide instant support through live chat.
We were in this dinky little apartment and, you know, it was fine, you know, for a couple in their early 20s, you know, it was exactly where we were supposed to be honest with you. But again, like I was saying, we were net negative on money every month. I really needed to get back to work and a little bit of the fear of like, oh crap, we're gonna run out of money led me to go back to work probably a little too early. I didn't really keep up on the physical therapy enough and that is my fault, to be honest. So every once in a while I'll wake up and the leg still feels like I just got punched in the middle of the night. And to be honest, with 4 cats, they probably were fighting on top of it. But anyway, I went back to work after like 3 months, I think, after breaking my femur. And around that time is when I also started to make the YouTube videos. Some of the first few. Obviously, the GameCube Mini was like one of the first. But the GameCube Mini was a product of me staying at home for like a super long time, not really like having anything to do because my femur was broken. I watched all of Breaking Bad and all of Better Call Saul in that time and then got so bored I started streaming and making videos. And I mean, fast forward like a year's time, YouTube started doing pretty good. I think around by the time I I made the Quest 2 video. That is when I made the leap, and I'm like, okay, I think I can live off of this magical internet money called AdSense revenue. That was the point where it seemed like YouTube was making about the same as what I made at my regular full-time job. And I was like, okay, this is a little spooky. And to put into perspective, I had 50,000 subs at the time. Nobody should quit their job at 50,000 subs, dude. That's crazy. And I hate to use the term like, you miss all the shots you don't take, right? But that's definitely the mindset that I was in. And I really don't like to try and inspire people with my story to like do the same. On one hand, I do, because like this is the coolest thing ever. I think this is like the most desired job of the current generation of kids or whatever. And like, I would not trade it for the world, not a chance. But I mean, law of large numbers, right? If 100 people watch this video and go out and be like, you know what? I am gonna quit my job and take my channel with 5,000 subs or whatever and just live off of that. It's like statistically, a good chunk of those people, I don't know what percentage, nobody knows what percentage, but a good chunk of those people would crash and burn. Hopefully they could go back to their job or find a new job, and it would just be a huge burden on them. So like, I hate what, I am gonna quit my job and take my channel with 5,000 subs or whatever and just live off of that. It's like statistically, a good chunk of those people, I don't know what percentage, nobody knows what percentage, but a good chunk of those people would crash and burn. Hopefully they could go back to their job or find a new job, and it would just be a huge burden on them. So like I hate to say like, yes, you can be me.
Can look like me.
Ka-chow. I don't know. I feel like there's so much luck to this career. And I've heard other people talk about it. And Linus has talked about it a little bit on the Wayne Show, I think. It's like there's so much luck involved, like with the algorithm and stuff. But at the same time, if you just think like, oh, it's all luck, I'll just make whatever and just keep grinding and just make videos and eventually my luck will pay out. You can't like operate like that. You just can't do that. Because it's not just luck. If it was just random chance, then you wouldn't see channels get as big as they are and channels do as well as they do. Of course, there's an element of artistic creativity, you know, engagement, all the vectors that make a good YouTube video. But you could also just have horrible luck. You could just have a great video and great artistic direction and great narration and script and everything. And I guess that kind of loops me back around the original reason why I'm sitting here in the 50-degree Fahrenheit studio, quite cold. Because ever since quitting my job, it has just felt like survival mode. Like I said, this YouTube thing is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Asterisk there for meeting my fiance, I love you. And you think about like, if you finally got the thing in life that you most needed and wanted, what would you not do to make sure that you have it? And so that's what it's felt like for a couple years. And the more I learn about how YouTube works and how you have to play the game and all that, I've had to make sure like, okay, I gotta keep the engagement up. I gotta do this with shorts. I gotta make Instagram reels. I gotta make TikToks, which I still have not really desired to do because I just get on that app to upload a video and it just is the worst thing I've seen in my entire life. So I'm like, yeah, no, and I just exit the app and then don't end up uploading anything. But this job just has like its bills, right? Not like literal money, like bills, but it's got like the stuff you have to do in order to keep yourself afloat. Like I have to upload at a certain cadence. I have to have a certain amount of engagement. I have to make sure that I've got the ads placed well. If I don't do every single one of these little responsibilities, this whole entire thing and the whole channel and all that could just be ripped away at any minute. And so that is what has